Well, let's see. The temperature is at operating temperature. The AC is on. The battery is charged. Plenty of fuel. Oil pressure's good. Engine's running. But we are fucking roasting in this damn truck. Signing off. Hello YouTube, hello McTell, hello Red Pill, this is Red Pill to Win. Today, we're at the 1,000 video live stream. And it's a Q&A question session, there. If you got any questions, post them in the comment section. If you got the link, come on in. In fact, I'm gonna post a link, but I'm gonna be very selective of who I let in. I'll be very selective who I let in. This is more along the lines of a Q&A. I'm gonna start with myself. I'm Red Pill in the Wind. Why did I show my face? Well, because every man has stages in their life. Every person has stages in their life. This is just another stage. This is just another stage. You know? And like one page is closing, another one's flipped over, and there's words on being written on the other side. Sometimes you gotta wait for the ink to dry. And I like writing with old pens, you know. What are my hobbies? Well, if you ain't seen, I have another dog. What happened to Milo? I'll tell you what happened to Milo. Well, I was in an apartment that didn't allow pets. The only reason he was in my care for that long was for simple fact is I was on the road most of the time, and the only time he was in there for a couple of days. When I changed jobs, the truck company that I went to didn't allow pets. Milo was a hyper dog. You know? Milo was a very hyper dog. So if anybody has any questions, put them in the comment section. Because depending on who you are, I might not be letting you in. Any question? I mean, like, I answer honestly. It's good. I'm going to answer honestly. I'm gonna start with the most frequently asked questions about MGTOW. Is it? Am I white? Am I white supreme pizza? I don't know how in the world you get that idea. I'd like to know how you got that idea. I can't be. Why are my views on BLM the way they are? I grew up in the 90s. Spectrum Mace. I'm doing all right. So far, so good. Doing all right. Me made some pretty big purchases. I mean, everything's still leveling out. It's only $30 more than I was paying for rent, but hey, it's more freedom. A little bit more freedom. But back on the question. Yeah, I mean, my plans for Memorial Day, I've been spending time with friends and family, you know. I've been spending time with friends and family up until Monday evening to where I got to go back on the road to deliver a load to West Virginia. Oh, that's a nice Mustang. Like, I've been, you know, I've been spending time with friends, family, and had a little get together with some family that had put at least 10 pounds on me. That's for daggone sure. But for the most part, it is what it is. But I'm gonna do frequently asked questions. Like back to the one I asked himself, why are my views on BLM the way they are? Anybody, for me, I grew up in the 90s where there was gang violence, drug addicts. I remember that. I remember that. And then if you're in California, you already know what slam and crash is, what the crash force is, right? Something, you know, the DARE program, the drug task force. Remember all that stuff. You tend to remember all of that. You tend to remember everything that is going on in the 90s. And basically, it is what it is. Mr. Edwards. Yeah. Hey, that's a good way to spend Memorial Day. You know, but mostly I'm spending with friends and family till I go back on the road. Yeah, like back on this is like the 90s. I remember all that stuff. I was only born in the late 80s. I'm in my 30s. Next question I'm gonna ask: why did I choose MGTOW slash the red pill? I chose MGTOW slash the red pill. It kind of now it was not a blind leap, but it kind of was. You know, I didn't. I asked some of the necessary questions, but I didn't ask them all. Now, what brought me to that point was me asking questions about certain things. It was when I was in the Marine Corps active duty. My last few months, last year, the Marine Corps active duty. And basically, when you call a man a liar, he wants to fix it. When you call a Marine a liar, he really wants to fix it. See, when I joined the Marine Corps, I was young enough to be impressionable, old enough, and world wise enough to be, what's the word? To be steadfast, you know? Basically, I worked for a few years before I joined the Marine Corps. So the Marine Corps values did stick with me because I was young enough. When I became older, when I was on my last few bits of Marine Corps, the last few months, I met the chick. Yeah, that was the final one. That was the final nail in the coffin. When that final nail in the coffin was she called me a liar, as both a man and a Marine. I tried to fix it, and I only knocked on the door once after being told to figure out what I lied about. And I made sure to, and I know you made sure to take the time to figure it out, because I'm almost certain that if I'd have came back a third time to figure it out, she'd have gotten Jag involved. But I've since blocked her on Facebook. I've since blocked another chick on Facebook from ever talking to me. I have since blocked another chick on Facebook. Not for anything other than my mental well-being. I want nothing to do with those two women. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Now, for me, the reason I blocked them, because those were the two ones that got me, that put me in a situation where I was literally racking my brain trying to figure this out. Literally racking my brain trying to figure something out for years. The first one, she was up here dealing. The first one that started me down the path told me that that the magical line of the friend zone. Like just about every man's been in the friend zone. Every man's been in the friend zone. She basically says, "Oh, I see you as a friend or a little brother or something like that." Like first things foremost, how do you see somebody as a little brother, right? And the person treats you with respects you, likes to talk to you, genuinely likes to be around you. But you see them as a little brother, right? Didn't make any sense back then. Now I don't care if it makes any sense. You know, it's not my problem. I'm not angry, not bitter. I just accept. I'm just accepting of things of what they are. I'm not going out and chasing nothing. That was the first one that sent me down that path. But I didn't know that I was going down that path in the first place until, lo and behold, my first watching my first MGTOW red pill video, and it just so happens to be MGTOW Savior's video, followed by Renegade One, followed by Tico Trent. You know, followed by, and so on and so on. Yeah, I still talk to a lot of the MGTOWs that were in my life that I came up with. Some of them are not on speaking terms with other red pill MGTOW people, but I still talk to them, and I still let them know that I talk to them. In fact, I invited Tico over to my house, well, to my new place. I invited him over to my new place, along with some family and other friends. And now and it is what it is. I'm not gonna let somebody just sit out there and be cold. Well, I'm not gonna. I mean, if I got a new place, I want somebody I want to bring somebody to let them see it a bit. You know. Yes, is it gonna need? Does it need a little bit of work? Yeah, it does. But guess what? It's in livable condition, and I can improve it. The next question is, why did I pick MGTOW? Well, picked it because, well, a lot of the things that I've been going through, I needed something. I needed a kind of a guidebook. I needed a guidebook or guideline to follow. And the core principles are simple. I've already got the easy part down. Now I need to focus on the hard part. The really hard part, myself. Self-improvement. That's going to be fun. And one thing about self-improvement, it takes discipline. It takes discipline.
What's
Mr.
up,
Daniel? Hey, nothing much. You got any questions for me?
What's the topic?
It's a Q&A. It's for my 1000th video.
What would let me start off by saying, what do you think will happen to Black women once the collapse happens?
They're gonna try to find anyone. If there's a collapse happening, they're gonna try to find anyone. They're gonna try to find anyone and anything they can grasp on. Post Kebab, did you want to show your face?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Like I said, they're gonna find anyone and anything they can latch onto. You know?
Yes. I gotta mute myself real quick. Hold on.
Alrighty. That's what I think. That's what I think is gonna happen. They're gonna latch on to anything and everything. You know? They're gonna be mad because their personalities many of their personalities makes them, what's the word, unlivable. You know?
Yep. Well, I saw you got your, was it your 1,000-hour or 1,000 video?
1000th video.
Okay. Well, I saw it up and I thought I'd want to congratulate you and come join for a bit. So
yeah,
here I am.
Hey, well, you're welcome. Thank you for being here.
Doug is in here too.
Yep. I'm just
go ahead. Continue what you were talking about. I was.
I'm thinking the women, when the collapse happens, they're going to try to look for Pete. They're going to try to, like, it's in nature, in women's nature, whether you're white or black or whatever. Look for something that has somebody that has something, you know.
Yeah, they're going to look for the resources, right? They don't give
They're
a
gonna
fuck
look for
about the looks.
they're gonna look for shelter. They're gonna look for safety. They're gonna look for people who have ability, who have food. They're gonna, and like Lionel McTow said, tail for can, cooter for canned goods.
You know what?
Anus for
I think Aaron Clary said this best: is what's the best way to ensure yourself against the apocalypse or whatever, the collapse, as we like to call it. The number one thing is skill. Develop a skill. Okay, if you can make beer, right? If you can make alcohol like a moonshiner or something like that, you can trade that.
Can cook.
If you can fucking cook, which most women nowadays can't, right? Which made them insanely valuable back in the day. They forgot that. And as men now, we developed that skill. And the best chefs in the world right now are men.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to tell you a little something here. I'm about to switch the camera over.
Sure.
This isn't mine. This isn't mine. That is something that see, my family enjoys science,
Mm-hmm.
My family enjoys science a lot. And I'm gonna tell you, like I said, that's my sister's. She enjoys. It's a science. Cooking is another form of science.
I agree, 100%.
And via that, my family enjoys science. We all collectively enjoy watching the changes that happen in science in all forms, whether it be cooking, whether it be watching chemical reactions, combustion, we all enjoy that.
Another solution to go ahead.
Like whether it is watching the grass grow or how lawnmowers work. Sister enjoys science so much that she got a computer engineer degree, computer science degree, which basically is a STEM field involving science and math. So all of these women,
is your sister older or younger?
Older.
I have an older sister too, and she loves to cook, and she's a mother, and she's actually in HR and fires people. I love hearing her stories, by the way.
Now the thing is, what I'm saying is, like, all of these women now are complaining about a male-dominated field. So you're complaining about a male-dominated field, and in my own household, there's a woman that got a degree in a male-dominated field and regularly uses it. I mean, she built her own computer.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How many dudes can say that?
I mean, there are a lot of dudes that could say that.
I know I can't do it, but I haven't.
Like, that is a skill, for when they finally when it collapses and they're trying to get it back online.
Okay, but you know what? When it does collapse, what are you going to need more? A computer or somebody who can cook food, right?
You're going to need somebody who can cook.
Right. Everybody needs that. That's ultimate job security, right?
Food.
Hunters.
Water.
Right.
Purify water.
Good thing grow and prep your own food too. Have up
Right.
backup generators and
Know how to
don't depend
pickle.
on, don't depend on the system and the government. Get out of the system
Right.
when the collapse happens.
Right. Basically, learn how to pickle your own water. Learn how to turn cooking grease into some either a lubricant or some sort of fuel. It
Yeah,
can be done. It's
basically,
possible. Like animal
basically,
fat, animal fat can be turned into some sort of makeshift candle or some sort of fuel to start the grill.
and what we need to do is go back to before electricity and learn all the shit that our great grandparents did. All right, before before electricity. All right, you need to
My
grow your own food. You need to know how to fucking be a carpenter, hammer, make tools, stuff like that. All this shit is when it all collapses, it's all gonna be barter and trade.
right. I've got a freaking whatchamacallit old, and I don't have old fashioned saws, but I have one of those hand saws. I have a freaking a planer and a bandsaw, you know.
When are you in a big giant barn?
Oh no, this is just a tool shed, that I have.
Okay, because like I'm seeing the ceiling of it.
Yeah, I got myself a little. I got some things. I made, like I said, I made some pretty big purchases. That's just so to say. I made some pretty big purchases.
Good for you. I live in Chicago, so
Yeah,
that is
I
weird.
also got a farm tool. I also got some miniature gardening tools for like gardening. I also got seeds, but I made some pretty big purchases. So let's just put it that way.
Yeah, it looks like we're standing in it.
We're standing in part of it. You know, something of the $100,000 variety. Which reminds me, oh wow, so that's what they were using to clean the windows. This comes in handy. Pretty nice.
What you got there?
A little squeegee on a stick.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh
looks
yeah.
like looks like a nice day where you're at.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous here too. It's like 75 or something.
Yeah.
Not too hot, not too cold. T-shirt and
Wow.
short weather.
Yep. Man, I'm standing on a you're standing in one of the bigger purchases. You're also standing next to one of the bigger purchases that I made. We're not going to say it. If when you figure it out, don't say it online. Let everybody else figure it out if they're smart enough.
If they're smart enough, right? Exactly.
But I made some pretty big purchases, and for the most part, yeah, it's comfortable. I am comfortable now. Now I can focus on myself. Start really hammering down on self improvement. The thing is, a part of self improvement, it's fixing the environment that you're in.
That's
Fixing the
especially
environment. Second soap, Colonel Composure. There's a reason why Psychic Soap calls me Colonel Composure. If he wants to come on and express that, he's more than welcome.
I think I have an idea why, and Psyche Soap is awesome. And join in because you and I still have beef, Psyche. So, how's your holiday weekend going? What you got planned? It's Sunday.
Going good. I'm off tomorrow.
Yeah. Why do you got beef with Psychic Soap?
It's an inside joke. I don't have
Oh.
beef with Psyche. He actually tricked me one time when we were in chat. He said he sent me a package, and I live upstairs. And I was like, well, "Dude, you sent me a package?" And he's like, "Yeah, it should be arriving today." So I went downstairs, and I checked my fucking like mailbox and stuff like that, and there was nothing there. I'm like, "Psyche, what? You didn't send me anything." He was like, "Nah, I was just fucking with you." And I'm like, "All right, Psyche, it's on."
So he got you.
He physically made me move when I didn't have to.
He got you.
Yeah, he got me good. He did. So yeah. Forever to this day, Psyche 1, Polska 0, and we will forever be mortal enemies in the joke warfare.
Wow. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where I put my freaking charger. God dang.
It's got to be around here somewhere.
Yeah, I know. It's got to be. Wait a minute. What pants did I have on yesterday? Oh yeah, those ones.
Oh, who's the dog?
Oh, it's his name's Coda. His name's Coda.
Show him.
Coda. Yeah. Coda. Up. Come here. Come on. Up. There you go. Hyper ass dog. Okay. Yeah, I gotta get him. I gotta take him out for a walk. Pretty soon. If I can get him to calm down first. But for the most part, Coda, sit. Yeah, I gotta take him out for a walk. Up, down. Okay, we're going back in the cage now. Hip, going back in the cage. You know you can't escape. No, we ain't about that life. We ain't about that life. You know, there we go. Oh, I made a pretty nice purchase. You know. Oh, it handles the heat pretty good too.
What kind of dog is he?
He's a pit bull Rottweiler mix.
Oh, so he is a big kind of dog.
Yeah, he's not. He's a puppy right now. We're gonna have to be getting a bigger cage pretty soon.
So he's like a medium-sized dog now, as a puppy.
Yeah. This one's gonna be. Yeah, there's gonna be some interesting stuff going on here. Now,
dogs are always awesome. I love them.
Right. You got any questions for me?
Do I? No, I do not, actually.
I just said it.
What do you see the United States heading in the next maybe 5 to 6 months?
Well, if it continues down the path that it's going, and we don't figure out how to budget correctly, it's going to get to the, like I said, we've already basically running out of allies. You know, we're running out of allies. You know, like I think Saudi Arabia has stopped dealing with us. We're gonna be very few on steadfast allies. You know.
So you think the petrodollar is going to end?
I think if things continue on the way they are, Russia's going to be the new superpower. Russia and China.
I think if the petrodollar ends, it's going to be all out war because even this government, as corrupt as it is, and the banksters behind it, the 0.001% who are causing all of this, once the petrodollar ends and a U.S. Navy shows up at a port and can't buy oil, that is going to be the end all for all. It's literally going to be World War III. And the unfortunate thing is, none of us want this. We all hate our government. Nobody wants this government and this piece of crap president we have nowadays, right?
First,
Guy can't even fucking talk. He
the next one
barely,
ain't gonna be any better. The next one might not be any better.
you know what? Same old story, right? New boss, same as the old, right? We just had that here in Chicago.
It's
We had,
called the Jones. It's called the Jones Plantation syndrome. I call it the
yeah,
Jones Plantation. Like I said, you ever heard of the Jones Plantation on how it was run?
yes, I have. And like I said, here in Chicago, we just got a new mayor. He ain't no fucking better than Lori Beetlejuice Lightfoot that nobody fucking liked at all.
Mm-hmm.
That woman can never step foot in the city limits again. In fact, halfway through her mayorship, she moved the fuck out of the city. It's
Exactly.
it's it's the same old story, right? Meet the new boss, same as the old. And once this shit does collapse, it's not gonna be pretty.
Oh, it's gonna be real interesting.
Well,
It's gonna be interesting.
I'll tell you what. I'm in Chicago, and this is a strategic hub of the entire country. And if you think I'm going to give it to the left, that ain't gonna fucking happen. I'll join forces with the southeast side to take it back.
And like I said, people are gonna start forming well-rounded militias.
Yeah, and the best militia here in Chicago is the southeast side. I'll go talk to them. They're not the ones preaching segregation and shit like that.
And it's a shame.
Yeah, like
It's a
what is the point of Democrats? What is the point of them? They've been, first of all, they've been number one pro slavery since the beginning. Civil War happened. They were against fucking abolition. And during the Reconstruction, they stopped all that. They formed the KKK. The NRA exists because of Republicans wanted to give blacks guns to defend themselves, so they can have their First Amendment or Second Amendment just like we have, all citizens have. And now the Democrats are coming back full circle and promoting segregation. They don't want any of us to hang out together.
first
And
things
it's a joke,
foremost.
right?
First things foremost. Yeah, I mean, first things foremost is like they've infiltrated the Republicans.
Oh
They,
yeah,
you know,
I'll be right
they've
back. I gotta have a smoke.
all right.
Yeah, man. When you let women run things, all hell break loose. Everything collapses when you let women run shit.
Sometimes people got to learn it the hard way. I mean, look at Germany.
Yep. That's why I don't
Like,
let them run nothing.
wait a second. The way I say it is like women outnumber us in the United States.
Yeah. Yep.
Women outnumber us. So if anybody's got to learn the hard way, it's who?
Men.
No, not just men.
Okay.
Women got to learn too.
Okay, women.
Men and women got to learn the hard way.
Yep.
You know, like it is what it is. I mean, first things foremost, it's like it is like for all intents and purposes, we ain't learned nothing from history. You know, we ain't learned nothing from World War One, Two, the Revolutionary War, Civil War. We haven't learned anything. You know, there's a saying, like that people are saying that the guns are the problem, firearms are the problem. To get rid of the firearms. Well, first things foremost, there's a saying. It's an old saying. Power corrupts absolutely, or absolute power corrupts. Power corrupts absolutely. Now, a lot of people saying that the Second Amendment needs to be revisited, or Second Amendment needs to be abolished or taken out. What does that do?
Nothing.
Exactly. It's going to be the same thing.
And
Now,
it's getting to a point now where they're talking about people who have criminal records to let them have firearms.
Look here, let absolute power corrupts absolutely. Exactly. But the thing is, I'm saying is like first things foremost, you got to deal with first things foremost. I have a solution for firearms and mental health. When you go to apply for a firearm, you need about 3 to 6 references, right?
Yes.
Now, if 2 or 3 of those references, if some of those references have firearms of their own, what you can do is you can call them up and ask if this person has any form of mental illness, would you be willing to take on this person's firearms until he can get better? You know,
right?
Would you be willing or able to facilitate his firearms until his or her firearms until they can get better? Yes, no, yes, great. That is your support network.
Yeah.
That is your support network.
Yeah.
You know, you have to have you like say they if you use that as a support network,
right?
It's you potentially at least lessen the chances of somebody getting lit up like some school getting lit up like a Christmas tree. You know, on top of that, I don't think that gun-free zones should exist.
Nah.
You know, I'm not a fan of gun-free zones. That's as a person who's been in the military, person who's seen who's was literally within 25 to 50 miles from the Fort Hood shooting back in 2010, 2011. You know, as a person who was Fort Hood, Fort Bliss shooting, who's been to Fort Bliss, as a person who's been within minutes of many of the military base shootings across the country, I don't think firearm free zones should exist.
No. Nope.
Base police can only do but so much. Base police can only do but so much. And police as it stands right now can only do but so much. They're only a reactionary force.
Yeah.
They're a reactionary force. And in many cases, not a good one. You know?
Right.
First things foremost is like well, first off, they say, yeah, true. These so-called mental health type professionals, they're not only doing that, but they're also getting their kickbacks from prescribing medication unnecessarily. not everybody needs medication. You know, not everybody needs medication. Some people just need a secure place to talk. And for me, sister says that I need therapy. Yeah, probably she's right. Like we lived in the same household, you know. I am probably just as big of a troll as my dad. And as when I say on social media, be glad it's me and not my father, I really do mean it.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, be glad it's me and not my father.
I agree with you. The problem is we don't need fucking pills. The more and more pills we get, the more and more money Big Pharma gets and pushes their agenda on us. I mean, look at any fucking. I got the TV on back behind me, and it's Scissors Channel, and they're talking about food. Every single fucking commercial is a drug commercial, and they talk about the side effects. You know, and if you have high blood pressure, you can take this pill, but you know the symptoms are your taxes are gonna go up, you're gonna get fat, and you might have to take a shit 5 times a day. I mean, like, who really pushes this shit? And it's the same thing that has to do with this. Here's where we get into. I don't want to, like, you know, get your channel struggling at all and stuff like this, because we talk about this shit on my
I'm already at 1,000 videos. I don't care.
Okay. The poke and smoke, all right?
Mm-hmm.
We all knew it was a fucking lie. And it was the banksters push to see how much control they can get over the population, over the general public, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like this. It's another thing. There's other ways they could have done that. I mean, they got it.
They're gonna try another one. They're gonna try another one. All right, the next one.
And I'm gonna do the same thing as I did for the last one,
which is basically live our lives and tell these people to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
I want them all hung in the public square for treason and broadcast on the internet for everybody to see, because they fucking deserve it. All of them.
Yeah. I mean, it is. I mean, they should be hung for treason or shot or arrested, tried, and literally
hung in the public square for treason.
Public squares, because remember, we have 50 states.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of capitals per state. You know, getting one capital per state and many different cities.
I'm glad I got another beer. Wind.
Nice.
I'm drinking some tall boys today.
Yeah.
One of the rare chances I get to drink on a Sunday in the morning, because I work 6 days a week.
Well,
David, the link is in the top if you want to join in. You too, JR. So it's the 1,000 special. Come on.
Nothing. I'm about to, like I said, for me, my day is practically done. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about taking a nap and going drinking later.
I'm about to sit.
My bartender's working later, so.
Hey, I don't got a bartender yet.
Well, you know what? That's a benefit of being in a big city in Chicago, I guess. if that is a benefit at all.
I'm about to sit down. I'm not drinking tall boys, but I do have a cooler full of these.
I heard that. I'll drink with you.
Yeah, I was like, basically, this is supposed to be a Q&A session, question and answer. And you ask me a question, I'll answer to my honesty.
Well,
I mean,
I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any questions to ask you.
hey,
Do
Daniel.
you see any people going homeless in the next maybe 2 or 3 years?
I see more people going homeless in 2 or 3 months. I see more people going ready to go homeless in 2 or 3 months.
Well, seeing as I'm in the big city, I see for what can happen here. It's going to be rough. There's going to be fighting and gang wars. That's basically what it's going to come down to.
I know Florida getting a whole lot worse.
And David asked, am I going to take a break after my 1,000th video? Yes, I am going to take a break after my 1,000th video. You know, I am taking a break.
What, like 1 day or 2 days?
I don't know. It might be 2 weeks, 2 months, and hell, it might be a year. You know? But I plan on taking a break.
You know what? As much as I plan on taking a break from YouTube, I never can. You guys are always here, and there's always something that draws me in, from the MGTOW community to Red Pill.
For me, all of it. Look here, for me, it's like, look, I've been making content since 2017, 2018. And I'm just now getting to 200 some odd. I just now got above 370 something subscribers.
Congratulations! I'm looking forward to my 300 sub celebration.
Right, and I plan on taking a break at this point. Like it ain't going nowhere, you know. I mean, I'm a slow down. I mean, if anything, I might upload a video every once in a while. For the most part, I'm just gonna take a break. You know.
You know what? You don't want to. I 100% agree with you. As much as you do want to take a break and stuff from this, sooner or later something's going to draw you back in, right? And to me, it's because I wrench across so many channels. I get notifications and stuff like that, and
I will. Well, for me, I will if something's severe enough. I'll come wrench for somebody's channel. If something's severe enough, and one of the people that have my number call me about it, and just see if I can deal with it, I'll come back. I'll come through. I'll pop my head in.
All right.
But for my channel, I'm gonna chill. It's time to focus on me. You know.
When text me right here. I just gave you my number in the private chat, and I have communications with a ton of different people all over the place, and I'm also the minister of beer for Canada.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yes, I know the Emperor of Canada, so shoot me a text message, and if things go to all hell, at least we can keep communication still up.
Right. Oh, what do you think of that? I mean, what do you think about the Bud Light thing?
They're done. They've doubled down. They're done.
First things first.
Bud Light in America is done. They cannot show their face anywhere. I just saw a headline the other day. I was pointing it out, and I don't know if it was Pop's chat or whatnot. Oh, it was in Ike shit and seriously podcast. There's a Bud Light salesman that quit his job. This was the thumbnail because everybody called him the gay beer salesman. He quit
Here's
his
the
job.
here's the thing. They could have gotten that done in a different way, a much different way. Here's how it basically a tried and true method. Walk into a like I said, basically starting like bar music going on, country music going on, dance, yada yada yada, heel toe dozy doke type deal. Tried and true method. Basically the door opens and somebody who's dressed like a woman walks in, music stops. Everybody turns their head. Person walks up to the jukebox, puts a couple coins in, plays a couple good songs, goes to the bar, orders a Bud Light. That would have been more effective.
Yeah.
Than what the heck they did. That would have been a lot more effective. How much did they pay? Did they pay the marketing director and whoever that is?
The girl with the horse face.
Yeah.
Because I know we all seen what she looks like, right?
How much did they pay her?
They paid her a shitload of money, and the problem is she didn't even need it. She comes from wealthy.
I could have got that for. I could have basically got their marketing up for half of that, if not less than half.
I would say a quarter of the cost.
A quarter of the cost. Yeah, a quarter of the cost.
I would take 250 grand of her fucking salary, which I guarantee is probably $1 million plus $5 somewhere around that area, and she cost the company $16 billion.
Right. If anything, I'd have cost the company negative $16 billion with that mindset. Like you want it done. You wanted to expand your marketing. Guess what? Well, but first things foremost, most of the people that you're marketing to are going to be men.
Hey, you know what? Actually, let me ask you a question. How many black people drink Budweiser?
I ain't been to a black neighborhood. I've been to a black neighborhood in a while, but for the most part, the only people that I've never seen too many people black people drink too much beer.
Yeah, they tend to drink malt liquor, if I'm not mistaken. Growing up here in the city, yeah, it was malt liquor.
The only person that I've ever seen drink beer or Bud Light, or actually beer in general, because my dad, Miller Lite, Bud Light, or Miller, Budweiser, freaking Coors, or mostly Miller. Miller High Life, Miller Genuine Draft, MGDs. I've never seen too many black people drink a Budweiser of any kind.
Yeah, like if anything, I would like if I was that broad and I'd say let's expand our market, let's try to hit the the black market, and done a commercial like at a
at a honky tonk country bar.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say any type
bar, a blues bar, country bar, blues bar, yeah. Right? Like all of a sudden music.
It's all it is. It's going to be shot, at night, so it's going to be 7, 8 p.m. at the time.
Basically, it's going to be like this. You basically gotta say, look at it, the look of suspicion. You basically got to show the thing of the disarming a look of suspicion. Basically quelling the looks of suspicion. and engaging in conversation. You know.
You know what? I've got the idea for the commercial right now.
Yeah.
I walk into a black blues or jazz club, and let's say I'm the protagonist. I'm gonna be the white dude. Let's say it's me, Polska Bob, and everybody's looking at me like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" Everybody's giving me that look, and the commercial is from my perspective, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't show my face. It doesn't show that I'm a white dude. Everybody's just looking at me, and I go up to the bartender and I'm like, "Hey, can I get a Bud Light?" And then as soon as I get it, everybody else looks at me and sees me with the Bud Light, and they're like, "Oh, hey,
Yeah.
yeah." And
Yeah.
then it turns to my face and shows I'm a white dude in a black club, right? Wouldn't that
Right.
work so much better?
Yeah. Yeah. It would work a lot better. Both of our ideas would work just fine. Both of our ideas would have worked just fine. You know, we in a commercial would have been cheaper if it was by one of us. And
it would have totally been cheaper. I would have done it for like $50 in a beer.
right.
And I probably know a place where we could do it at on the
Right.
southeast side.
Anyone had that Twisted Tea? That's a good alcohol beverage.
I've had plenty of them.
Twisted teas are okay, but
Look,
don't drink too many of them.
I'm used to making my own twisted tea, you know.
Because you will get fucked up real quick.
Well, you will get messed up with the twisted tea that I make too. So I usually make it with wild turkey bourbon.
You ain't fucking around. All right, let's do a shot to that. And David Smith does say, yep, 40s mostly the black people drink. They drink 40 ounces.
40 ounces of malt liquor, Old English, freaking Blue Bull Slits, you know, Mad Dog. Ooh, that Mad Dog 2020. Ooh.
Oh wow! Did you just say Mad Dog 2020?
Never again. I mean, I remember drinking it when I was younger. Drinking it now, I'm like, oh my god, I'm drinking it nowadays at my age. I'm like, I regret every decision that I've ever made leading up to this point.
That was probably one of the funniest things I've ever heard. I used to drink Night Train. You remember Night Train?
Ooh.
Oh, JR says Daniels.
You talking to me? RPD talking to me.
RPD.
Mad Dog 2020. Oh my god, there were so many different kinds. Oh my god, do you know we had a redneck white trash version of that? It was called Boone's Farm.
Wow.
It was like wine that you could buy for like fucking $6. And you could drink that entire bottle and it would knock you on your ass.
Shoot. Tiger Rose.
Tiger Rose. No, I've never heard of that.
Man, all I can say is like the older people used to drink that when I was a kid, when I was younger, the old people used to drink that and literally by the jug. You had a jug of jugs upon jugs upon jugs of,
like a handle. It came in a handle.
It came in a handle, and I'm like, I'm seeing this old man crack the top, pick this jug, have the jug sitting right here, cigarette in one in hand, pick it up, toss it back. I'm like, okay, this is what we do. This is what we do when we get old. Okay.
This is what we do when we get old. When we take our time and when we reflect and we try not to fuck with the world's problems because it's all fucked up and we can't solve it. So
right to that.
The world's basically just done. It's done overall.
I I was just about to say this is the reason why we are MGTOW, right?
Yeah. I ain't bringing a kid in this world. I ain't bringing a
Yeah,
kid in this.
we're done. It's like this crazy train of female fuckery has no brakes. We jumped off the train, so we're no longer a part of it anymore.
Yeah, I made it to 35. Actually, 36. Be 36 in a few months. But the thing is like for me, it's not my problem anymore. It's not my problem anymore. You know, it is what it is.
Let it burn. Let it all burn.
I agree with you, gentlemen. At all, let it all burn. You know what? Even if we tried to fix it, they're still gonna blame us.
Yeah.
And so fuck them.
Give them something to blame. You know.
Yeah. The only thing I'm doing right now is taking care of my own problems. My folks are old, and I can't leave the city because of them.
Look,
and I'll be here till they die, which is probably inevitably not going to be too long. But somebody needs to take this city back, and if it comes to me, I will do it. So you guys don't have to.
Well, for me, I ain't doing that. I don't care if I'm old. Once I retire from one of my careers, because ultimately that's what's going to happen. Because no point, I'm already close to this on one of them. Might as well see it through. You know what I mean? Might as well see it through to the end. I hope this outlet works. Because if it doesn't, it's going to be real interesting.
Well, you're still coming through on camera. But, guys, this is kind of like all right, it's when it's your 1,000th video. All right, and we got a couple people in here that are chatting, but don't want to come into the link. Guys, the reason why we're all doing this and why I'm all on camera is somebody's got to fucking do it. You got to put your voice out there, okay? And it doesn't matter what you do, what you're best at, or what you're really good at, or what you're interested in. Make a fucking video, okay? Start an account or do a stream, and we'll all be here for you.
All of the older MGTOW red pill people, all of the older red pill MGTOW people, they're getting up there in age, you know.
I'm 47 myself. I'm gonna be 48 in September.
Like I said, Hammer Hands, God knows how long. Quiet Herbs, God knows how long. Vention is gone. Archangel is gone.
Sandman is probably in his mid 40s, even though it's Canadian, sounds like a robot. TFM is probably
like
I'm suspecting TFM is my age. So
I remember, like I said, this is when I started. Miggy 101, MGTOW 101 was still on the channel. He doesn't make content no more on YouTube. You got so many channels. You got Spatsnik, you got Barbarossa. He doesn't do MGTOW content. Rollo Tomasi, he's sold out.
Rollo did sell out, but
in a way, but
his backlog, it is true. 100% of it is. I still listen to his videos time to time, like Coach Greg Adams. I don't watch any of his shit anymore. I'm still sub to that stuff, Fresh and Fit. Still sub to it.
I'm
Better
like,
Bachelor, Casual Bachelor, like and Replicant Fish, and all these guys I'm still sub to, but I just can't get around to watching all their videos.
the thing
to
is,
listening to all their videos.
there's so many voices out there. There's so many faces out there. Like I said, if I managed, I would have been shocked if I made it to 500 subscribers. I mean, heck, seeing this, seafood. Now, I will tell you something about between me and
Oh my
Seafood.
God, we forgot about him. Oh, not
Yeah.
to mention Paul Proteus, man.
Yeah, but the thing is I'm gonna tell you something about this. Me and Seafood didn't see eye to eye. You know, remember when Mega Man used to be on things, and when we had a falling out.
I wasn't specifically there for that, but okay, go ahead. Tell the story.
All right. Look, I'm explaining what happened between me, Mega Man, Chico, Baron Yam, and True Sherm. First things foremost, I would go check out Mega Man's channel, and he would go on and start poking at Baron Yam in the wrong way. Start putting Baron Yam in a situation, Baron Yam in a light that I didn't, that I knew it wasn't. I knew Baron Yam was trolling.
Okay,
And
this sounds like I'm gonna need a drink. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, basically Baron Yam and Mega Man. Mega Man didn't like how Baron Yam presented himself online, and he got angry. Okay, so the first time I fixed it, I stopped it. You know, I said, look, he's not like that. He's just luring people in. Just lay off of him. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens now? Dan King and Slippery When Wet got involved, you know, and they basically say he basically talked them into existence. You know, he talked Dan King and Slippery When Wet into existence.
Okay.
Now he's basically told. Now what happens? You've been around the manosphere to know about me. What happens when you tell me not to do something?
You're gonna do the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, and I got the court records to prove it.
I'm sorry to hear about that. Actually,
The
'cause,
the charges were dismissed without prejudice.
that involves money, and I'm
No,
sure
it didn't involve money. It was actually pretty cheap, you know, free, pro bono.
Well, I'll tell you this. I beat a DUI that took 5 years, and it cost me about $5,000.
Right. Oh wow. But I'm just saying, it's like, you told me not to interact with these people. For what reason? And knowing, did you not understand who the people that you're dealing with, that we will do our own investigation. We found out, like I said, the courts said that according to the courts, he's in this state and his family's in this state, miles away.
So this is a federal case because it's crossing state lines now.
No. Yeah, but it is basically what it is like in New York City, the place that he likes to basically trash talk. I'm gonna still say this. He allegedly choked his baby mama.
Okay.
Allegedly. And that's about as far. And I think, to be honest with you, I do believe that I am bending it, the word allegedly, very far.
We have to use the word allegedly because, first of all, we don't know. We don't have proof at all, right?
Yeah, right. He allegedly choked his baby mama.
Yeah.
So So basically, he told us not to talk to Dan King and Slippery When Wet.
Oh wow. Okay.
Based on his actions, when one of us went to talk to Dan King and Slippery, but that's going. Let's jump too far. Let's just step back for a second. The Friday Night Blaze. I don't know if you remember the Friday Night Blaze, but well, it was originally the four-letter Friday. It was basically originally the Friday Night Blaze by MGTV or MGTOW TV or
No,
Hidden MGTOW.
I did not. I wasn't even a part of that. So
basically, Tico created a new series called a Friday Night Blaze on the Spur. Hidden wanted to be a part of it. Hidden wanted to take it over and let it run its course.
Okay.
What happened was, as Hidden Hidden thought it was Thursday. He took the Friday Night Blaze and slapped Friday Night MAGA on it, thinking that it was just something. But in reality, it was basically copyrighted by this place called Teletica.
Okay.
Down in Costa Rica. And
Okay.
Tico Trent was about to had to pay like $20,000 because of the copyright infringement. And all he wanted was an apology. And I did my research, which basically proves that the Tico Sphere is not exempt from cross-examination. Like me, I'm not exempt from it. Tico's not exempt from it. None of us are exempt from cross-examination from each other. And that's what I like. Like, we all keep each other honest.
And like in check and stuff like that. And
right.
You know what the funny thing is, like the more and more this shit keeps happening, and it happens to my channel too. I get copyright claims from music that I just want everybody else to hear and stuff like that. Like, I'm gonna get myself a fucking lawyer, like on what they call that, on Handle or whatever,
on
retainer,
retainer.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna get the best fucking lawyer I can to fight YouTube for every single fucking thing. And I only have fucking not even 300 subs, and all I'm trying to do is spread music to everybody and make everybody feel better. And these people are all assholes. These people in charge, like I said,
I don't listen to American music. I don't listen to music. Yeah,
they need to be hung in the public square for treason and on the internet for all to see.
The thing is, I don't listen to American music. You know, I listen to music.
What music do you listen to?
I do listen to Japanese music. I've found a friend.
Whoa! Have you heard of Baby Metal?
No, I have not.
Have you heard of Bandmade?
Bandmade. I'm more along the likes of Maria Takeuchi and what's the other name? There's also another artist called Honeycomb Bear.
Okay, drop a link in the chat so I can get that, and I will drop a link into Baby Metal and Bandmade. I'm gonna go have a smoke because you just blew my fucking mind. That is cool as fuck.
Yeah, man. You know, of course, the owner of YouTube is a woman. Of course, you know.
I'm not an expert in computer.
Not anymore. She's gone. They kicked her out. Polak Susie, they kicked her out.
Oh, so she's gone. Oh,
yeah, but the new boss is the same as the old.
But this is originally it. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But any other questions?
Not that I think of. I do know that they supposed to be closing a lot of banks. The question is, will people be smart enough to buy gold and silver?
Now the question is can people are people able to buy gold and silver?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Are people able to
The
buy gold and silver? Yeah.
financially able to buy gold and silver?
Yes.
That's the question you really need to ask. Can you get your hands on gold and silver? Now the problem was that is you've got basically you got to be able to stash it somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't carry gold. Gold's ridiculously heavy.
Yep.
You know, gold is stupid heavy. And now the only secure way I see of basically is have enough gold where nobody can lift it. You know,
Yep.
it's having enough gold to where nobody can lift it, and you just cut or shave off the pieces that you need. You know,
Yep.
but it's like there's people like I said, there's people in my neighborhood with gardens with chickens. I'm waiting for somebody to have a goat. You know, it's only a matter of time.
I do know
People,
too. It's supposed to be a financial collapse too. Besides
oh, there
just
is.
yeah.
Oh, there is. There is going to be a financial collapse. No doubt about it.
Yep.
Because I see this person over here he's got onions or leeks in his garden. Another person down the street probably got chickens. Crossed away from me got chickens, and a few other people got gardens of their own. Got wild garden like gardens from like natural Native. I call them Native American gardens because that's typically what the Native Americans would eat. I figure next month or next year I'll start with my garden, you know, herb garden. I got some peppers, I got some cilantro and stuff like that. But I need a rototiller or some sort of thing to till the land.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure somebody around here we'll pull together and have themselves a cow farm, miniature cow farm. In fact, personally, if it was me, I basically say find one of our empty lots in the neighborhood and make a community garden.
Yeah. Very important to get away from the system, man. Very important.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, oh yes, it is. Like especially if you could pickle your own food. Pickling food is another thing. Pickling. If you could pickle your own eggs, you can pickle your own vegetables. You got a chick on a chick formation. Do you rent a rototiller? I could rent a rototiller, but I plan on buying a rototiller. Anything, like I said, I got this old lawnmower that's probably older than me, sitting in my shed. You know?
Yep.
I could rent the rototiller, but I'd rather buy one. I'd rather buy one and have it for the long haul. But I was getting back to the old MAGA man thing, but basically it was a falling out owes to basically cost of Tico Trent $20,000. Basically now we got a fall. Now I basically decided to check out Dan King and Slippery When Wet, see what's going on. And they just basically said what the court document said. I still use the word allegedly. I tried to defend him and says, no, you're not racist. You just don't think. Because if you didn't think, I wouldn't be. There's a certain video out there that I made that I wouldn't have ever had to make if he thought. Basically, it's one of those things. I didn't think, and now my house is on fire. I didn't think, and now my kids want nothing to do with me. I didn't think, and now my YouTube channel's taken down. I didn't think, and now I can't post on YouTube ever again. I didn't think, now I'm banned for YouTube for life. I didn't think, and now my Twitter's closed down. You know, it stems from I didn't think. There are some people that do better when they don't think, and there are some people that do better when they do think. Some of them people need to get together and together come up and fix a solution. Now
I think we already came up with that. MGTOW is the way. Now, granted,
I know I'm not going to say
it only solves the man-woman problem. It doesn't solve the man versus man problem. Okay,
like I don't say MGTOW, I say it's a way. You know, I always say that it's a way, because your way is different from my way. You know,
right, and that's the reason why it's called, going your own way, right? But it's not a solution to the female problem. First of all, they're fucked up. We cannot fix their hypergamy at all. In any general sense of the feeling of it at all, or the thought, the logic, the schooling, any of it, it's a crazy train that has no brakes. We cannot fix it. We just gotta get off the train
and stay out of the way.
Yes, because it has no brakes, and that's the worst part about it. And I think that's what the gangster banksters are really using against the system. Because all of us, we are the resistance, by the way. Okay. Like, if you think about it now, we are like the French resistance that is under occupied Germany, right? We're just... Go ahead.
There's something that was told to me a long time ago. There are people getting sick. There are people getting healthy. There are people dying. There are people being born. There are people fucking. There are people that are not fucking. You know? And all of this means is everything that you're doing, there's somebody doing the complete opposite of it.
I heard you crack a beer open, by the way. Drinks up.
I could do it. I can do it. I mean, I don't see why I shouldn't.
No, but I think who's the other guy in the window here?
David Smith?
No, in the top right.
That's Red Pill Daniels.
Red Pill Daniels, yep.
Red Pill Daniels.
Yeah, that's what RPD stands for.
I'm Polska Bob. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I've seen you before. I've seen you before in many chats. So I've seen you around.
Okay, yeah, I've been. I wrench a lot of channels and stuff like that. This is the first time I'm talking back and forth with you, and I don't disagree with you at all.
Okay. Yeah, I have a channel myself. I've started like a year ago.
You know what? Do me a favor. Type something into the chat so I can sub to it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but mostly for me, at this point is like, it is what it is.
Yeah,
they
right.
like it. I love it.
Can't do anything about it. It is.
I mean, even if we could,
it is out of our control because we gave up the 19th Amendment. We are
And
49% of the population. 51% is all female, and we can't stop it now. It's the crazy train of female fuckery has no brakes. So
the way I see it, there
we
are people
cannot
are
do
yeah.
anything.
The people say, "Oh, repeal the." No, don't repeal the 19th. And I'm gonna tell you why you don't want to repeal the 19th. Now, question? You've got a tiger. That is hungry? Are you going to sleep with a tiger?
I'll give you an argument for it. Fuck it. Let the tiger fucking kill everything. Let it kill it all.
Right. But like I said,
let's reset society. This crazy train has no brakes. Its only destination is off the cliff. And I'm sure all you guys agree with me, right?
yeah, it's off the cliff, but it might be in my lifetime, might be in somebody else's kid's lifetime. But it ain't gonna be.
But you guys both agree we cannot steer it. We have no brakes at all, and we cannot control it, right?
Right. It's
Right.
not meant to be controlled. It's not meant to be controlled. Like I said, when they put the 19th Amendment, yes, it started out well, but guess what? It got crazy after a while. See, the thing is like, look at the Roman Empire. Why do you think the Roman Empire collapsed?
It's because they gave the right to vote to everybody, not just the citizens, right?
Right.
And not just that too. Like if you were a senator back in the day, it was your duty actually as a citizen to serve as a senator for 2 years. So you had to be in a shitty ass job for fucking 2 years, and nobody wanted that job. That's the reason why they were never lifelong politicians. And that's another thing. You know what? I'll throw up real quick in this chat is lifelong politicians. No, there needs to be a term limit for them. They need to
Sorry about that. Yeah, my phone.
You kicked yourself out of the chat. That's no problem. I do that all the time. We were talking about the fall of the Roman Empire and citizenship. Okay.
Yep.
Fuck that.
Everything that we're having right now, the Roman Empire has at this particular moment. You know? Look at
we crossed the Rubicon.
Yeah. The thing is, like, look at the Roman Empire. When it first started, toward the height of its power, towards Julius Caesar. Now, mind you, they had made songs and poems about Julius Caesar sleeping with other people's wives. You know?
What does that matter?
It matters a lot. Because how many children did Julius Caesar sire?
Not as many as Kublai Khan.
True. But Kublai Khan and Genghis Khan did that by force.
Okay.
According to the textbooks. As I say, according to the textbooks. Genghis Khan and Kublai Khan did that by force.
Yes, I will agree with you there.
Now, Julius Caesar, if he was able to have his men have so much faith in him to build a bridge, literally build a bridge in a day. In a day.
He did it in a day.
That takes charisma. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think that? What do you think about this difference between? What do you think? Charisma. You're able to do this by charisma. How you doing? Like, so you're able to do this all by charisma.
I think I can get it done, actually.
Yeah, you're able to do this all. Julius Caesar was able to sleep with another man's wife through charisma, and Cleopatra through charisma.
It wasn't Julius Caesar, actually.
Mark Antony.
Yeah, that was his general.
Mark Anthony. It was Mark Anthony. So I'm sorry.
And you know what, too? There are stories of Cleopatra's beauty all throughout antiquity.
The ancient world.
Yeah, like she was gorgeous. Like if she showed up in modern day now, she would be in commercials and have makeup lines and make millions.
She would probably be for the first female president of the United States if she ever showed up in actual modern history.
No, I doubt that.
No. I honestly think she would.
No.
I mean, mine is like if.
You know what? I would think she would be the head of the UN before she became a president of.
If she was if she was born whatever country, yeah, Goat, you're more than welcome. Billy the Goat, you're more than welcome in. The thing is,
Goat is here.
Yeah, he was a part. He's original part of the Red Pill talks between me, Tico, Baron Yam, Cypher's Basement. Cypher's
Red Pill on steroids.
Red Pill on basically bleeding edge Red Pill. You know. That's how long I've been doing this.
Corey Steele showed up, and I just hit him because he is a known troll.
I look. I let him be. I let him be. No. There's a reason. There's a reason I let him be. There's a reason I let him be.
You know what? There's a reason why I'm a wrench on 80+ channels is because I run into these people, and when Corey Steele is a known pedophile, we do not allow him in our threats. The thing is
the way I see it, I talk with a lot of criminals, you know. And the thing is, I ask him politely not to keep it off my channel, you know. And for the most part, he keeps it off my channel.
You know what? For him, he can't help himself,
but I always have a comeback. I always have a comeback for him. I always got a comeback.
Okay, what is it?
Like I said, if you look at my previous videos, you see my comebacks. Like when it says, okay. I have a comeback for it. I always had a comeback for it. And Tico's already done an investigation on him.
So you've already had a guy do an investigation on him. What did he come up with? Because I want to hear.
He doesn't have any. he doesn't have anything criminal on him. He doesn't have anything criminal on him. Basically, pretty soon, in about a maybe a couple months, I will be some sort of an operator of a certain unmanned vehicle, be able to do search and rescue missions anywhere that I am. I can literally basically what he presents as himself online is different than what he shows in real life.
Okay, what he presents himself online
is to basically piss people off.
Tolerate.
It's basically to piss people off. It's basically to get people angry, pissed off to where they block him. That's that's what it does. He's basically.
Let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. You gave me a wrench, right?
Right.
I have the authority to toss people left and right. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Okay. And I'm, the reason why you gave me a wrench is because I have wrenches all across other people. Right. I have seen this person across other channels, and I know his videos are because I've checked them. Because one of the good things you can do when you give somebody a wrench is you can quick check their channel and see their videos. This guy posts videos about 9-year-old girls.
So does every other parent in the world.
We are not talking about a parent. We are talking about a person who shows videos of 9-year-old girls and in compromising situations. So to me, that is a red flag.
Okay, how many red flags has he shown?
3, at least.
3. So 1 + 1 = 2. 2 + 1 = 3. Now the thing is like for me, it's like my channel's done for. My channel's not going to get above 500.
I think we can get it above 500.
Like, look here, that the reason why I have 1,000 videos, why I was planning on taking a break of 1,000 videos, because my channel's not growing. I genuinely don't care what happens to my channel, Like, yeah. Like I said, I genuinely do not care what happens to my channel.
I'll tell you what. Right now, your channel has grown because you drew me out to talk to you for like over an hour.
Right, but the thing is like for me is like I ask him to keep that off of my channel. For the most part, he keeps it off my channel. I don't go into his channel.
You can't control that kind of stuff, and nor can I, right?
Right, but the thing is, like, the silent agreement is he keeps it off of my channel. I don't block him. That's a silent agreement. He keeps it off of my channel. I don't block him.
Okay, I'm saying to you, I've seen him before. And I've seen what he's done before, and he needs to be blocked off of your channel because it's gonna fuck up your channel, nonetheless.
And
that's the only reason why I made that decision.
Like, as long as the FBI ain't kicking in my door, I'm fine.
No, they should be out your door, actually. It should be at his door.
Hey,
how much longer are you gonna go?
I don't know. If somebody has any questions on the chat, I'll be more than willing to answer them.
You want some music?
No, well, I'm not trying to get a copyright strike.
No, to me, you look like a music guy.
I'm also a video game and an anime guy.
All right. I got some copyright free shit. Brothers of ours, punching Jeffrey Paul.
You're gonna have to do that because I'm phone based.
Okay, I'm not. All right, I gotta do it on my end. Okay, I'll give you the link. All right, but you got to talk during it. I'm doing work.
Yeah,
here.
but hey, Billy to go. You got any questions about me, about my channel, about the direction I'm planning on going?
You can bring him in. Probably bring him in or whatnot on the panel.
Yeah. Well, look, this isn't about everybody else. This is about asking me questions. Billy. This is about asking me questions. You just got here. I mean, this is my 1,000th video. This is my 1,000th live, my 1,000 live stream. I figured I'd do something for that.
Oh my God, did I forget his name? I'm sorry when I'm completely drunk out of my mind.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'll be right behind you. Hold on. I'll be right behind you.
I'm going to take another drink.
I'm bringing in Billy or just you can ask questions from the chat.
Damn. I'm just sticking with beer today because Monday evening I got to go back to my truck. God damn.
Yeah, I definitely need a nap. I got to go back to the bar at like 10 p.m. So I got some time.
Hey, look, like I said, hey, he just wants to hope I'm doing well. Hey, I'm doing well. I mean, I just made a huge purchase and just it is what it is, But
Jeffrey Paul, is it Jeffrey
like I said,
yes, Jeffrey Paul.
Yeah, but for me, it's like my plans for my channel is just basically just chill. At this point, I've got to 1,000 videos. I've achieved my goal. And it is what it is,
And my goal is just to get the word out there to men who willing to wake up, get away from the system, get away from women, and know that the world is corrupt.
Look, you've got people.
Who are you in the top right, by the way?
Who am I? What?
I have not said hello to you. Who are you in the top right, the guest? I have not even said hello.
That is Rip Hill Daniels. That is Rip Hill Daniels.
Okay.
For me, I'm gonna ask. Like I said, I'm pretty sure. Like, actually, better yet, what is the most? Give me the most common questions for Red Pill or MGTOW. I can come up with an answer for it.
Not that I know of any.
I mean, well, what is the things that they say about us, about Red Pill, MGTOW?
All types of negative stuff.
They say we're terrorists.
All right. Ask me something like that. Ask me something about the negativity that is directed toward us.
What are the negative things that women say about MGTOW?
Well, look. Well, first things foremost, they say that we're broke.
Why do you hate women?
I don't hate women. I don't. I can't.
Okay,
I can't literally.
You're gay and you live in your mom's basement. Do you want any more?
No. We'll start with the first one. Why do I hate women? I don't hate women. In fact, my sister, who basically helped me when I was down, when I was basically having trouble of my own, is a woman. And basically
When-
the same thing, and I do the same, and I do the same for her. The thing is like, if you help me when I'm in the trenches, when I was down, when I'm up, I'm going to help you out. You know, when I was
when
basically in the gutter and you helped me, now that I'm out of the gutter, I'm going to make sure that we both stay out of the gutter. You know,
when I'll tell you a funny story about my older sister after you're done, because my sister is a MGTOW.
all right. Well, but the
Which
thing
is
is
funny
like
as
the
fuck.
thing the thing is like the next thing is like we're gay and we live in our mother's basement. Via that, a lot of us own houses that basically removes the fact that we live in our mother's basement, and the fact that my mother has been dead for about 2, almost 3 decades. 2, almost 3 decades. It kind of makes things difficult to live in my mother's basement unless I live underneath the casket. You know?
Yep.
So about being gay, no. I just like my peace and quiet. Because I just like my peace and quiet. You know? And which makes no sense because the people who are saying that claim that they support gay people, but yet they're using that, they're trying to weaponize it, which makes absolutely no sense. You know? Well, what's the next negativity?
You don't get sex and you don't protect women. That's what they'll say.
Okay. What is the reason for me to want sex? Why do I want it? Why should I want it? When it leads to one thing, I always basically was taught to protect my health. You know? The STD rates on the rise is going up higher, is going bird freaking high. You know?
Yep.
It's going up
I
bird high. And
I haven't had sex since 2015, so I'm good.
2014. But the thing is like, and I don't protect women. The only woman that I protect is the people that deserve to be protected.
Yep.
You know, the people who deserve to be protected. You know, I'm not going to protect somebody who's never had my back, or who won't have my back. First things foremost, I'll explain to you. I'll protect my sister because she's protected me. You know.
Yep.
I'll protect my sister because she's protected me. Like, I will literally, like I said, she was basically, she's willing to go to jail for me. I'm willing to go to jail for her. I protect only the people as far as the people are willing to protect me. You know? It's just that simple. You don't protect me, I don't protect you. You don't look off, you don't watch my back, I'm not watching your back. It's just that simple. If you haven't proven yourself in the trenches, you are not going to be in my foxhole. If you haven't proven yourselves in the trenches of my life, you will not be in my foxhole. It's that simple. With another negative condensation.
I do not say this too. They like to start most fights and then want you to protect them, which I would never do. So
that too.
Yeah.
Why am I going to go up to some random stranger and knock out a dude only to get jumped on? The dude was basically beating your behind. I get dude on the ground, and next thing you know, you're jumping on me, put me in the sleeper hold. Your dude comes up, and now you're holding me in the sleeper hold, and that dude's punching me in the gut and in the face. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
Person end up killing you too, over it too.
Exactly. So why should I risk my life for somebody who is not going to risk my life for me, or is basically going to have me in a situation where I'm in danger of losing my life? shoot another one out.
Yeah.
Full send.
I would say, hey, you don't want to have kids by me. That would somewhat be negative because they're trying to get money.
First things
And
foremost.
go ahead.
First things foremost. You don't want to have kids. I don't want to have kids. First things foremost. I'm gonna go another one. Why don't you want to do with single mothers? First things foremost. I didn't come into the relationship with children. Why should I take my life, my peace and quiet, my situation, and basically bring your children into my life?
Yep. Cause a lot of problems too.
Bruno Mars said it the best, smoking out the window.
They even say being single is bad, which is not, but they say single being is terrible.
It hasn't done me no bad, you know.
Me neither.
It is basically eventually you're gonna end up that way. As you get older, you bury friends, you bury family. And eventually the only person that might be left is you.
Yep.
So I need to, like I said, send me some more. I love these questions, you know.
Do you see women surviving the collapse once men know how to survive?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
You
I
see
see
women
them.
surviving the collapse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
You know
gonna
why?
do what they're gonna do.
They're gonna begrudgingly do it.
Yeah, and they're gonna hate every aspect of it, but they're gonna do it nonetheless.
And those men who allow them in there and into their lives are going to suffer for it.
I think because the simp's gonna help them out. Me as a MGTOW man, I'm not helping them out. They come to me, they gonna be going the other way too. So, nope.
Yep. It's what
They
it
go,
is.
you better go sleep
Guys.
in the rain or something.
Better get you a tent.
Guys, I'm gonna cash out and take a nap. All right?
10-4. You might, like say, you seen it like you're gonna need it because you're supposed to be going to a bar later on.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need it. Hey, Win.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for letting me join your 1,000 video. I've been
Hey.
here a long time, but
But you're getting up there. You're getting up there in BAC.
yeah, I'm not sure what that means, but
Blood
it is
alcohol
what it is.
content. Blood alcohol content.
Yes, I'm getting there. Yeah, I need a nap. All right, guys, 10-4. Paul's got out.
Like I said, I enjoy these questions. You know.
Yep. Do I see them surviving? I would say no. I would say no.
I see a majority of them surviving is because there's always going to be a simp there to help them out of the situation that they're in. And that is the reason why they're doing the collapse now, they're trying to push the collapse now as to 2030, because they know that enough men realize it. It's not gonna look good.
Yeah. I try to get my passport and get out this country too. That's what I try to do.
Man, by the time I am able to get out, it's gonna be too late. You know, my goal
Yeah.
is just to survive as much as I can with the skills I know.
Survive too. Survive death because they gonna be acting crazy too.
Oh yeah.
Especially when they close a lot of banks.
Oh yeah. Big time. Like for me, I at least got a decent bank that hasn't been foreclosed upon yet. Oh, my nephew's was walking my dog. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. But for the most part, the thing is, we're gonna like I said, we're gonna understand. We're gonna have to basically live in. It's gonna be pretty much a pre-electric society. The grid's gonna be up, but the longer the government stays down, the more the grid will fail. You know, that's why I plan. If I get solar panels on this house, it'll be great.
Yeah. Hey, too. Take away welfare, take away food stamps, take away all that.
It's called cooter for canned goods,
Yep.
ass for apples, butt for bananas, mouth for melons. You know,
Yep.
throat for turnips. I'm just gonna take a break. This is my 1,000th live stream. Like I said, I'm taking a break. I don't know how long this break's gonna be, but I'm not gonna be on a lot of people's channels. I'm gonna be on a very select few channels. But for the most part, it is. I'm pretty tired of making content. You know, like a lot of these people get to 1,000 channels, and are able to keep going. I'm not. You know, I got to 1,000 videos.
Yeah. You put out what you can, man, but these simps, they do what they want to do. And when shit happened to them, that's up to them.
Better them than me. And personally, like I said, yeah, oh look, she's wearing yoga pants. Oh yeah, she looks nice. That body shapely. That's the best she's ever gonna look in her entire life. And I like to keep all 100% of my stuff and not lose more than half.
Yep.
Well, I might have to call this a stream, you know. Oh well, I put it in the wrong.
Yeah, I got a show to do tonight as well, 8:30.
I might pull through.
All right.
All right. But I'm in the stream here.
All right.
I'd like to thank Corey Steele, Psyche Soap, Post Kebab, Spectrum Ace, David Smith, JR. I'd also like to thank who else for coming through here? Billy the Goat. I would also like to thank True Sherm. You know, take Tico Trent, Baron Yam. Go check their channels out. I mean, and if he comes back, I know Double I might decide to start making content again. I'd also like you to check out MGTOW Savior's channel. You know, he's still around. Like I said, check out Bill the Goat's channel. But comes a time when you realize that this stuff's just tiring. You know, I've been making this since 2017, 2018. I might be taking a break, really long break. Who knows? This is Rip Pill to Win, signing off. Ready? Figure I'd leave you out with that shot caller message. Rip Pill to Win, signing off.